Yeah, so I had a beautiful friend of mine, actually. She messaged me a few weeks ago saying, freaking help me. And I was like, oh no, what's happened? And she's like, all men are fuckers, or all men are just effing C's and cheating, lying bastards or something. So she'd been with a guy and he had cheated on her. And the guy before had cheated on her, and the guy before had cheated on her. So she has this recurring pattern that keeps showing up in her relationship experiences of attracting men who are cheaters. And it really got me thinking, because I remember when I was single, my pattern wasn't necessarily attracting men that were assholes, but my pattern was that when the honeymoon phase or that exciting phase wore off, that's when I would freak out and I'd start sabotaging. And what's really apparent, and what I know to be true 100%, and for anyone who continues to have these relationship experiences that are just the same fucking shit over and over and over again, is that the number one denominator in all of this, and this can be really a really fucking hard pill to swallow, because it was for me. It took me just like having some really hard conversations with myself, looking myself in the eye and just going, Nick, the number one common denominator in all of this, my girl, is you. You are in some way, shape, form, part attracting these experiences into your life because of what is going on inside of me, inside of you. And it was really fucking confronting. It's full on to be, you know, because we kind of think, and I've had this conversation with clients too, it's like, well, why would I want that? Why would I attract something like that into my life? And you feel really shit. Like, I felt shit. I'm like, why would I do this to myself? Like, why would I choose this? And this is where it's really important to remember that it's not necessarily a conscious decision. It's not a conscious choice that we're making. It's programming, it's subconscious thoughts and beliefs that are going on behind the scenes that you're possibly not even aware about, that are creating these experiences. So for those of you who are aware, like law of attraction, like manifestation, all of that, you know, everything in this world, everything that we experience in our life is energy. I am energy, your energy, this light that I'm using is energy, my phone's energy. And when we are out in the world, we literally are magnets. We are magnets for what's going on inside of us, right? So we attract in people, experiences, situations that reflect what we are carrying and what we are putting out into the world at a vibrational level. That's why a lot of people will do the work up here and have this logical understanding of stuff, but still have the same experiences because they haven't done the energetic work. They haven't actually shifted themselves at an energetic level to be able to experience a different result. So what happens is that you may be thinking, oh yeah, I'm worthy of love and I really want someone amazing and I'm calling him my incredible king and la 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 la. Yet at a vibrational or cellular level, you haven't shifted, you haven't healed the wounds, you haven't done the healing work to create a different vibrational state in your body to attract in something different. So you still attract the arseholes, you still attract the guys, the cheaters, hey Rachel, the guys that don't treat you in the way, the ones that abandon you. You know, maybe you've got a story running from childhood that, you know, your daddy left you and that men abandon you. And then you'll keep having this experience because you believe that that is what is true and that is what is going to happen. And it's not necessarily here. It's like at that energetic state. And I remember this so clearly because I was like, I'd done all this work. I'd done so much work in my mind. I'd done all the affirmations and I was, you know, all positive and bubbly and shit in my head. Yet my experiences were still showing up as what I did not desire. And it wasn't until I did that work on my heel, like the true inner healing, to shift myself at that vibrational state, that shit really started to change. And this is something like I remember like a couple of weeks ago I went, or maybe 3 weeks ago, I went to a one-day workshop which was called Lightworker Activation, and I had no idea why I was going. No idea at all. I was like, I just knew that I had to be there, so I booked a ticket and I'm like, okay, trusting that nudge, trusting my instincts, that guidance. And I got down there and I was still kind of going, oh, this is really woo-woo and la-la and a bit too much for me, and it just still doesn't feel right. And I thought I was going there to heal some sister wounds, and Anyway, the day kind of carried through, and we got to one point where we had to stand in a group in a circle of 8, and we closed our eyes and we were just, I can't remember even what we were thinking, but then they were talking us through some stuff, and when we opened our eyes, there was a man standing in the circle. So we've been in this beautiful, safe, sacred space with women all day, and then all of a sudden there's a man standing there. And holy shit, did I lose it. I broke down massively, like was sobbing uncontrollably, bending over, going every single woman who was there was in the same experience. So this has made me really realize how much pain there is still there in regards to masculine wounding. And when I talk about masculine wounding, it can be stuff from something like one of my clients, we were talking the other day, and she had a breakthrough around how she'd lost trust in men when her father, so she grew up in a family where the mother was quite it was an Indian culture, and the mothers are quite aggressive, or they hit a lot, which is just the part of their culture, and the men are usually the ones that the kids kind of feel a bit safer with. And she said the moment was one when her father actually bit her, and she lost trust because she had so much trust in him to not hurt her, that in that moment when he hit her, she lost all her trust. And then that's carried through her entire fucking life until the other day when she had the breakthrough, and we're like, okay, cool, let's start moving, shifting this, let's start creating a different experience and a different story, and moving that wound that is literally implanted in you in a cellular level, which acts as a trigger point. There's just so much that goes into this, but this acts as a trigger point to continued for you to experience that same story of, I can't trust men, I'm untrustworthy, I can't trust men, I can't trust men. So I can't even remember, lost a tangent, I've just gone off. But yes, so I had that experience where I was like, oh my God, okay, this is why I was here. Because I had some deep stuff. I'd had some stuff coming up around my dad that I thought I dealt with, but was obviously unresolved. And I had that come up, and I was like, okay, cool. And I processed that, and so I figured out what it was. But this is huge, because the longer that we hold this stuff inside of us at an energetic level, the longer that we carry this stuff around with us, excuse me, oh my God, excuse me, without the awareness of it and the ability to actually change it, we will continue to experience the same shit. The same patterns will play out. Maybe not all the exact same way, but the same experiences will continue to play out until we stop, take fucking responsibility for ourselves, and go, okay, the common denominator in all of this is me. Now I get to look internally. I need to go inside and look at where I need to make some shifts and what needs to change within me in order for me to not have this experience again. In order for me to create something different, to step into my queen energy. And the blog and the content part on this, and the caption at the top, a queen energy is confidence. Queen energy knows who she is, what she wants. She doesn't settle. She has her boundaries in place, and she fucking fiercely protects that. And you are allowed to do that. You are allowed to step into that space. And when you do, that is when you are going to attract in a king, a man who is worthy of you. This is the key. But as long as you remain in that victim energy, in that, why does this keep happening to me? Oh my God, all men are assholes. Whatever the story is that you're running, you are giving away all of your fucking power. All of it. And I promise you, nothing is really going to shift. You may even get into a relationship and it's not going to be anywhere near what it could be if you do this work on yourself now to create that energy within, that solid knowing, that firm belief, that self-trust, that intuition. I had that intuition to that day to go to that. I had no fucking idea what I was going to get out of it, but I went anyway because I knew there was something in it for me. So it's trusting that. You may be watching this or seeing me post about my programs and stuff and being like, there's a nudge there and you don't know why, but you just know that you need to be a part of it. It's about learning to trust that. And when you start owning that, when you start taking radical self-responsibility, you feel like you're in power, you feel more in control of your emotional state and the experiences that go on around you. And even when something goes on outside of you that you feel out of control with, you still have that beautiful inner calm within, and that knowing and that self-trust, self-belief, self-acceptance, self-trust that whatever happens, it is all working out for you and you are on the right path always. So, so important. Stepping out of that victim, stepping into your fucking queen to be able to attract in a king, not a little boy who's going to fucking treat you in the ways that you've allowed yourself to be treated in the past. And this is radical self-responsibility and something I'm so fucking passionate about because it changed my life and I know it will change yours too. Woo! Yeah. Downloads. Thank you, Cacao, Spirit of Cacao. So my love, if you are listening to this and you are experiencing repeating patterns, you know, and you don't want to do that anymore, if you are just like done, I am done with the cheaters, I'm done with the arseholes, I'm done with the men that abandon me, that don't treat me the way that I want to be treated, I'm done with allowing myself to be treated the way that I do not want to be treated, then it is time. Book in a call. There's a link in the, what's it called? The caption section to just book in a call and let's have a heart-to-heart chat. I have a new program coming up. It's starting on the 1st of July and it is all about creating this incredible relationship with yourself to then manifest a fucking incredible partner into your life. A partner who is going to light you up. The guy out there who is meant for you to just bring so much to your life. So much good stuff. Light you up, turn you on, make you even happier. Just be this incredible bonus to the joy that you've created within yourself. But you have to create that inside of you first. You have to. Otherwise, the universe is going to meet you where you are at. Every single fucking time. The universe will meet you where you are at. So if you are lacking confidence, you're lacking self-trust, you're lacking self-acceptance, if you're not loving yourself, if you're not holding yourself in the highest, you're going to have someone come into your life that is going to treat you the exact same way. It starts with you. So my girl, book on a call, no obligation, no fucking sleazy sales. It's just a heart-to-heart chat about where you are at and if this program might be right for you. And you know what? At the end of the day, you'll get some value out of it too and have a great, beautiful, juicy conversation with me because it's fun. So yes. All right, my love, I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, if you have any questions, reach out, PM me, or just book in a call and let's have a chat. It's as easy as that. All right, beautiful queens. Mwah. And you are all queens. You've just got to allow yourself to step into that energy and that space. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.